Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. And I want to say Shalom to Akim and Akwat out there, pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. This one's titled, These Women Are Mentally Ill and Losing Their Damn Minds. And once again, these women are mentally ill and losing their damn minds. All right, and this comes from a post that I saw on Reddit. All right, it's a little goofy, all right, mind you, but it's not really about so much as what the guy was doing, but as much as as his wife's reaction. Okay, because it's a mentally ill, jealous, stupid reaction, all right, that was had by this woman, man. And that's, you see a lot and these women of the world these days, man. It's just there's a lot of jealousy, there's a lot of barbaricness and brutishness, and not even just with the so-called black woman, but with all women. The Edomite women, all right, the Elamite women, all women have become likened unto really the white woman, all right, because the white woman was always like that. But now the white woman, now that she's gotten, because everyone will follow Jake, all right, and the initial goal was to get the Jake woman like that. And now that she's got the Jake woman like that, all the other nations, will slide into place and follow after Jake, and even some of the Edomites. But the other Edomites, they're gonna try to, they're gonna see this and they're gonna try to humble down, all right, even though they can't be humble, and they're gonna try to put themselves in a state of subjectiveness into their husbands and be like, see, look at those dirty, barbarian, and then basically try to do that. It's just the same, the Edomite women do the same shit that the Edomite men do. They just doing it in a little, different way. Okay. See, the Edomite man, they do the lying as well too. A lot of their stuff is the violence and actual physical attacks. See, the things that the women use, the Edomite women, it's a lot of false witness and mind tricks. Okay, they try to play mind tricks on you. Any brother that's ever dated an Edomite woman will tell you that all an Edomite woman is when you date them is a mind trick. They constantly try to make you think that you're the bad guy. You're the one that they'll gaslight you, as they say now. They'll gaslight you and say, oh, you hurt my feelings because you're always just so rude to me. You're always just so rude to me, right? And they'll try to hit you with these and try to take the blame off themselves and put it onto you, okay? And so, and now we got, Jake, of course, following after all the damn nations, all right, and learning their customs and learning how they live, got them acting just like Edomites, man, just like Edomites, okay? And, doing the same things, trying to play the same mind games, all right? Of course, they still have that Jake because Jake has always been disobedient, all right, even back in the day, but especially even more so when they started getting around those heathens like that. Okay, and now these women of the world, all right, are all of them, all right, don't matter the nation, they're mentally ill and they're losing their damn minds. Okay, and this woman in question, I believe I couldn't tell you who exactly she is, but if I had to guess, I'd say probably either Edomite or Latina with the rampant amount of the jealousy, because Judites, all right, those women, our women do get jealous. All right, they do, but I don't think I've ever seen a more jealous woman. I don't think ever than a Latina woman, man. Specifically, an Issacharite woman. They are some of the most jealous women you will ever meet in your life. Okay, and I'm not talking about any of you decent sisters that are on this video. All right, I'm talking about, again, that's why I mentioned the women of the world. Okay, so. But yeah, man, those in the world Latina women, all right, are some of the most jealous women, all right, and you shouldn't be. And if you're in this truth, you shouldn't be like that. Okay, if you're still like that, you shouldn't be like that. It's not a good look. All right, jealousy doesn't look well on you. Okay, it's not a good thing. Okay, and it's wicked, really. To be it's wicked. With this woman, realize biblically that a man could have multiple wives. All right, and a lot of women, they're fine and dandy to be in this truth until something like that comes up. All right, and then they either try to backtrack or someone presses them on it and they completely blow up into the goddamn demon that they are. They'll look like a humble decent sister, until the topic of multiple wives comes up, or the how women are supposed to be subjective to men. Then all of a sudden, boom, out of the woodworks comes a demonic ass bitch, man. And this whole time, that's how they were. All right, it just needed a little poking and prodding, and really, that's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemiao Shai revealing those women. And we've seen it happen before on comment boards. Okay, so you can't say that's just something that we've manufactured. We've seen that. We've seen it happen. Oh, you manufactured that. And you made that up in your head. That doesn't happen. We've seen it on the comment boards. All right, I, myself, and other brothers, we've seen it happen on the comment boards. I've seen people bug out in real time on comment boards. I've seen people go from being decent people to all of a sudden wicked ass motherfuckers on the comment board. I've seen decent women go from being what you would think, quote unquote, decent women to being some, demonic ass Brutus bitch on the comment board. All right, so you can't get at us and say, oh, that's just something we're making up. We've seen it, man. We've been there. We've done it. All right, we've seen it happen on the comment board. Hell, we've seen it happen on the live stream, live, before our eyes, man. Back when I had more time to, catch the live streams, because now I haven't been catching a lot of live streams as I used to, just because of how the schedule at work. A lot of the time they're earlier or later, or they happen right as I'm at work, so I can't catch them, unfortunately. But back when I used to be on the comment boards like that, hey, man, there's always some bug out that, or someone say, hey, this guy used to be a decent brother, man. What the fuck? And all of a sudden here it is. They're bugging out in real time. And that's a quote from the last part was a quote from Elder Menat Zatbot of GMS South Carolina. He was saying you were now witnessing a person bug out in real time, brothers and sisters. Something along those lines, roughly paraphrasing what he said. But yeah, it was some dude was just bugging out right there. He was fine, just bugging out live. All right, a spectacle before all. All right, so let me grab a drink and we're gonna go get what this Reddit post was all about. All right, I have like 6 screenshots, 5 screenshots technically. One of them is just the 1.5. 2 of them are just of the situation that was happening that I screenshot, and the other ones are comments from people. So bear with me real quick. All right, so let's get it. So we're gonna go over here. Now, like I said, it's a little bit of a humorous thing at first when you think about it, and a little bit goofy, but it's not really about what the man was doing, but it's the wife's reaction, right? So this is from TIFU, which stands for Today I Fucked Up, all right? So it says, today, this is on the popular page. Like I said, I get lessons from here sometimes. So it says, today I fucked up by getting caught with a prostitute in Grand Theft Auto 5 by my wife. Now, if you're not familiar, Grand Theft Auto 5 is a video game, all right, in which, you play, a multitude of characters. And Grand Theft Auto, right? It's in the name. So you start as these people that are robbing this place. I think it was a bank, actually, as a matter of fact. You're robbing a bank, and then throughout the game you do other things. I won't spoil it if you haven't played it, but it's a game. It's a fun game, but there's a lot of wickedness within it as well. But as most games do. But it says, tonight I was playing Grand Theft Auto 5 in the basement, and my wife caught me having sex with one of the prostitutes in the game. Now, I don't remember this ever being a thing, because I used to play GTA 5. I don't remember this being a thing. Now, I remember there being, the strip club, but I don't know if this is a new thing. But I know how GTA works, and they're not going to actually show, anything. And from the comments that I read, it says it basically just shows, the car moving back and forth, and then you're fully clothed, and then you have, like, a woman on top of you in the car. That's it. All right? That's it. Hell, I mean, I think the strip club... the strip club, what do you call it? Mini game, whatever you want to call it, is probably more, vulgar than that. All right. It says, if you didn't know, Grand Theft Auto allows players to pick up hookers in your car and pay them for various sexual services. I had headphones on and thought my wife was asleep. She ended up being behind me in the back of the room and basically saw the entire shooting match. It says, my wife is very religious and conservative, and I think I may have really fucked up. We do share a lot of the same values, apparently not, but I have been doing this in GTA since before we met. I tried to explain that it was just a game, but in her eyes, it was betraying her trust. She is even more pissed because I went back for seconds and thirds, paying the prostitute multiple times. It says, I am no longer welcome in my bed, and this could actually cause a major problem for us. I need to go to the next one. It could cause a major problem for us. She is the type of woman who gets jealous when attractive women are in shows or movies we are watching. Too long, didn't read. I was unfaithful to my wife in a video game, and now my marriage may be over. Well, hey, guess what, man? Congratulations, you got rid of that bitch. Congratulations, because you don't need to be with a woman like that. A woman that gets jealous. She is the type, I'm gonna read this again and just enunciate. She is the type of woman, right here. She is the type of woman who gets jealous when attractive women are in shows or movies we are watching. Wow. Wow. Here it is, you're watching a movie. You know, are you looking at that bitch? Are you looking at that bitch? You're looking at that bitch, you fucking hoe. You fucking hoe. You slut. You whore. I should have never married you. You're looking at that bitch? You're fucking looking. Nah, leave that woman, man. Just fucking up and go. Just fucking go. Don't do it to yourself, man. Don't do it to yourself. All right, you're more than likely an Edomite. You're not bound by the same laws that we're bound by. All right, of having to keep a wife like that. Don't do that to yourself, man. Don't do that to yourself. Don't stick around with a Brutus ass bitch. All right, don't stick around with no Brutus ass bitch. All right, and from what I've heard from the brothers, but when you have a woman like that, you're allowed to just just get the fuck away from her, man. You don't have to beg her to stay or anything like that. All right, you don't have to even try to fix the situation. Matter of fact, don't fix the situation. All right, it's probably best that she just ends up leaving. All right, because that's she's not in this truth. All right, this guy's probably not in this truth. And if you have a woman like that, hey man, she's gonna do her own thing anyway. You can't hold her down. All right, so he was playing a video game in which they had to be a prostitute, and she treated him like he was fucking another chick, man. Regardless if he was. All right, now it's not expedient in this in this day and age, but it's not even something that's wrong to do. All right, you have the Christians that'll say, oh, can't do that. That's fornication. How is it fornication? How is it fornication? What's it getting with a prostitute? How's that fornication? You can listen to Elder Apostle Dahar. He's mentioned about it back in the day. It used to be actually recommended that brothers would get with a prostitute instead of getting with a wife. All right, getting with a woman. All right, and having to have that whole situation because it's just gonna hold you back. All right. So it was actually recommended back then. All right, but and so it's not a wicked thing. So where's the fornication in it? We said sex before marriage. Well, marriage is sex is the act of marriage. All right, but if you're having sex with a prostitute, you're not married. She's already had 200 men up in her. All right, that's not marriage. All right, that's a working girl at that point. And she's wicked. But hey, at the end of the day, there's some of these women, a woman like that. Some of them are more likely to get saved than some of these Brutus ass women out around the world that aren't doing acts like that. So hey, man, you never know. All right, it's all through the mercy of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, and we've heard it said before. Some of those women have a chance of being saved over some of these other wicked ass women. Oh, what you gonna do, Tyrell? What you gonna do, Tyrell? All right, hell, that prostitute has more of a chance of being saved than you. You being a demon, damn demon to your husband. This person says, here's some comments that I got. It says, this is genuinely hilarious to me. All right, 1.3 thousand likes. All right, or upvotes as they call them on Reddit. This is just genuinely hilarious to me. This person said, I scrolled this far to find this comment finally. What the fuck? Our marriage is in peril because of a nudity in a video game? Is he married to a fucking child? Look at the bright side, OP, which is original poster. Now your wife has the emotional maturity and intellectual understanding of men as my kid's goldfish. This person said, today I fucked up by marrying this chick. This person said, the real today I fucked up is always in the comments. This person says, I can't believe some people chose to live like that. It says both are the same, low self-esteem. That's why. And it's true, man. Why the fuck would you subject yourself to this torture, man? Why the fuck would you be with this bitch, man? Why? You can't even, here it is. Imagine how insufferable that would be. Imagine how miserable a life that must be. Here it is, you're watching, a movie, and you're like, wow, yeah, hey, this is a pretty good movie. Why? Is it because Angelina Jolie's in it? You fucking whore. I bet you like it because Angelina Jolie's in it. Yeah, because earlier in the movie when she took her clothes off, I saw you look. You're going to cheat on me with Angelina Jolie. Yeah, first of all, bitch, no. All right? You're like, I'm ever going to meet Angelina Jolie. Right, but that's how some of these women are, man. These women, hey, and call all you Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that most of the men in this truth, we don't have to deal with that. All right? But because we'd straight up leave. We'd straight up leave if we had to deal with a woman like that, most of us. Because that's nope. You can't even, here it is, you watch a movie, She think, oh no, you're cheating on me visually with Angelina Jolie. You go to put on a video game and some chick walks by. Oh, you looking at her ass? Are you looking at her? And you know if she's like that with TV and video games, you know you're one of these motherfuckers that have to walk down with your head down in a supermarket, man. I've seen these motherfuckers, man. Hell, at one point I was with a bitch that was like that. And hell, half the time I did just fucking, hey, stare at the floor, man. As soon as a woman walked by, just fuck, look at your feet, right? I've been in that situation. I never want to go back to that fucking situation, man. All right, all it was just fights with that bitch, because it was just fight. Are you looking at her ass? Matter of fact, I was. What are you gonna do about it, you know? So why would you put yourself in this situation, man? And it's wicked. It's wicked for a woman to act like this, man. And that's the thing you women need to realize, is it's wicked for a woman to act like that. That is wicked. You're basically, you know, you're trying to wear the pants in the relationship. You're acting like the man. You ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do that, bitch. Look down. No, we ain't. Nope. 1 Corinthians 11:3. But I would have you know. All right. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, all right, Yahushai. And the head of the woman is the man. And the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. So let's go, and if you will, but for a moment, all right, let's go and get the paint. Let's pull up paint here, all right, and show you the order. So it says the head of every man is Hamashiach. Okay, so let's start over here. So we're going to have man, all right, and then we're going to have we'll put Yahushai, right? All right, so we have, okay, so it says, I will have you know that the head of every man is Yahushai, all right, Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man. Okay, so we got that order now. So we now know that woman is under man. Okay, let's continue this order. It says, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. Okay, oh, so this is the order now. So there's the order. Boom. All right, boom. Boom. Okay, so what does that mean? Yahweh is over Yahushai. Yahushai is over man. Man is over women. And the only thing that's under that is children. Okay, so you have women that will be over children. All right, and then the only thing you have under that all right, boom. That's the order if you really want to get down to it. All right, that's the order if you really want to get down to it. Okay, Yahweh is over Yahushai. Yahushai is over man. Man is over women. Women is over children. Children are only over animals. They can tell the dog what to do. All right, sit down, boy, sit. Right, but they can't. This spectrum should never be flipped. All right, you know, children should never be telling, you know, women, and children, mind you, they're up until they're 12, because then at that point, then they become a adult. Okay, so children should never be telling a woman what to do. All right, you know, little kids, and it goes all the way up. Animals cannot control children, women, men, Yahushai or Yahweh. Children cannot control women, man, Yahushai or Yahweh. Women cannot control man, Yahushai or Yahweh. Man cannot control Yahushai or Yahweh, and Yahushai cannot control Yahweh. Okay, there's an order. All right, it's the order of who has the most power. All right, Yahweh over Yahushai. All right, Yahushai over man, man over women, women over children, children over animals. Okay, you can't start putting this up in here and here and here and here and over here, because then everything starts to get messed up. Everything starts to get messed up when you start, things start getting out of order. And what has happened is women have jumped out of this position. Let me get a different color. It's not bright enough. Women, all right, have now jumped out of this position and up into this position. All right, you have men trying to jump up. Well, hell, they try to go. You have men trying to jump all the way up in this position, all right? And then you have children trying to jump in between here, all right? And it's all messed up. But guess what? Right here, all right, with Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, they have not switched orders, okay? They have not switched orders. Meanwhile, you know, I have children over here, and this over here, and this over here, and this up here, and this has become a big ball of chaos and confusion, all right? Meanwhile, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai are still in their correct orders, all right? Yahweh, you know, being the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai being his son, all right? Working in unison, but Yahweh Shai is still under the Father, okay? So that's the order, all right? And it says right here, the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh, so he's the head over Yahweh. So everyone has an order. Oh, why do you got to be over it? Well, guess what? We have someone over us, all right? We have Yahweh Shai and Yahweh over us, all right? Even Yahweh Shai has someone over him, okay? But, of course, Yahweh doesn't have anybody over him because he's the creator, okay? So, yeah, you know, all these people down here just bitching about who, blah, 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 blah. And the most vocal are the women, man. The most vocal are the women because they don't want to have men. Oh, men can't control me. Men can't tell me what to do. Men can't do this. Men can't. Men, right? And it's out of order. And you wonder why the relationships that you're in don't last. You wonder why, you know, men treat you the way that they treat you. You and the way you dress, and you women, man, you wear the most, you know, scantily clad clothing, the most promiscuous clothing, and then you wonder why men treat you like a piece of meat because you're dressing like a piece of meat, man. You're dressing like a piece of meat. You're not dressing like a wife. You're not dressing like a decent woman. You're not wearing, you know, modest clothing. You're dressing like a street worker. You're dressing like a prostitute, someone who does sex work for a living. So you're gonna get treated like someone who does sex work for a living. Okay? If I wore a police uniform, you're gonna treat me like I'm fucking police. If I'm wearing a uniform of a firefighter, when there's a fire breaks out, you're gonna expect me to put that fucking fire out. All right, if I'm wearing a lab coat, you expect me to do some type of medical or scientific work. But here it is, when you're over here looking like a goddamn whore, you get offended when people think you're a whore. Well, right? And I don't remember if it was Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle that said something along those lines. He says, well, you're wearing a whore's uniform. It's true, man. And you get mad at it. Oh, you know, I'm not a piece of meat. Well, why are you dressing like one then? Have some respect for yourself. I'm not gonna go out in fucking booty crack shorts, bro. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna go out with one of those fucking skinny ass tank tops that you know, the men's nipples are hanging out in them. I'm not gonna fucking go out in something like that. It's stupid. When I see people like that, you know what I see? I see a low IQ having jock. That's what I see. I see a low IQ, peaked in high school ass motherfucker that was on the football team, that was never anything after that, or is still currently in that situation. If they're older and doing it, they were once in that point. If they're younger, they're probably doing that right now. That's what I see, man. That's what I see. Where looking ridiculous. Okay? And this whole society's fucked up, man. This whole society is fucked up. And the title is "These Women Are Mentally Ill and Losing their Minds," but really it should be these people are mentally ill and losing their damn minds, because the men that are in this situation are mentally ill and losing their damn minds to stay in a situation like that, man. And men are like I've made a lesson about it. You men are one of the biggest fucking problems with what's happening in this society today, because you've allowed this shit to happen. What you saying, man? You're supposed to stick up for? No, man. You're a simp. You're a simp. A lot of you motherfuckers are simps. Okay, a lot of you motherfuckers are simps, and you've allowed this to get what it is. The first time a woman popped that shit out, you should have put that shit in place and said, absolutely the fuck not. We're not doing that. But no, you let it happen. You let the feminist movement happen. No, see, and you men didn't do anything about. Well, I guess they do deserve a little bit more right. And guess what? You give them an inch, and what happened? They took a mile. You give them an inch, and they take a mile. All right, and now, guess what? Now you're on the bottom. All right, now you have women. Make me a sandwich, bitch. Make me a sandwich. You ain't gonna tell me what to do, Dyrell. Get in the fucking kitchen. You ain't gonna do shit. I'm gonna hold out on the box. I'm gonna hold out on the box. You ain't gonna get shit. I'll fuck your friend. And you've allowed it to get to this point, Jake. You've allowed it to get to this point. So it's on you, man. It's on you, Jake, because you've allowed it to get this point. This is verse 1 Corinthians 11:8-9. It says, "For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man." All right. And it's a order that needs to be. Look, man. No one's gonna say that a certain meal isn't good because of the order that it was cooked in. All right, it's still good, but in order for that meal to be a good meal, there has to be, not equality, but like how do I want to say it? A unison, all right, made between those ingredients, all right, and that's what has to happen with men and female, because a lot of women will hear what's being said, and women jump to the conclusion. They will jump to the conclusion. That's a favorite of women is jumping in conclusions. They will jump to the conclusion that they're not useful at all. All right, they'll say, so we're just shit. We're not useful. No, whoever said that you were not useful and that you're shit? No one ever said that. All right. No one ever said that. All right, you act like shit. All right, and in the state that these women are in right now, no, it's not useful to have a rampaging woman in the house. It's not. It's not useful. It's absolutely not useful. That's not useful. All right, but there's other uses of a woman. All right, they help calm their man down. They help, in motherhood. All right, they help bring forth the children. All right, they help keep the household in order. They help with. There's a lot of things, man. And you women complain and you say, oh, well, back then we were so oppressed. In the 50s and 40s, we were so oppressed. And the thing is, back in the 40s and the 50s, you don't realize that generally, all right, it was generally known that when a man would get paid, all that money would get given to the woman, all right, and she would be, in the power of, buying the groceries and paying the bills. And that's I don't know about you, but that sounds like a pretty important fucking task, all right, to be able to, because that's either a make it or break it on the household if you don't budget right, all right. So that shows you the importance of a woman. All right, and keeping the household together. All right, so, but these women will say, oh, we're not important. No, women, actual women, wives are important. But a hoary ass woman that all they care about is themselves and hanging around with their friends and having sex with a bunch of men, yeah, you're right. They're not important. That's not of importance. All right, it's the same thing with the man that instead of, doing his husbandly duties, goes around and sell drugs and hang out on the block and stand on business all goddamn day. Yeah, he's not useful. That's not useful. What are you gonna do with that? That's nothing. All right, so it's two sides of the same coin, man. All right, so don't even try to get on that, because you women, a lot of the things you try to do, you try to play the blame game or the victim card. You ain't a goddamn victim. All right, you ain't a victim, man. You've completely rebelled, and now when you're being called out, you want to get feminine and cry about it. But this whole time you're brutish. All right, this whole time you're brutish, and these men in the society are brutish. These women in the society are brutish. These children are brutish. You got children walking around, with fucking shiesties on, acting like they're thugs. All right, you got women that are all promiscuous. You got men. I have seen more, fruity ass, batty boy ass men than I've ever seen. All right, walking around, fucking holding hands with each other, kissing each other in the supermarkets and shit. All right, thankfully, call all you how about me out shy. I haven't seen too much of the kissing in the supermarket, but I've seen other shit. I've seen them awfully close, awfully friendly. All right, and it's disgusting. All right, Ephesians 5:22-23. It says, verse 22, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Hamashiach is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Okay, so you have to submit yourselves unto us, all right, as unto the Lord, right? Because really, we're not over the Lord, all right. The Lord is still your Lord as well, but we're in a lesser level of your Lord as well, because we rule over you, all right. Just like Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is our Lord as well. Okay, so you just have one more Lord on top of that, which is your man. All right, and a matter of fact, back in the day, that's what women used to call their men, my Lord. All right, what can I do for you, my Lord? But you would never catch a woman doing that nowadays. They say, what do you want, bitch? All right, what do you want, dumbass? All right, something like that, man. Hey, and that's hey, call all you how about Shemi Shai wearing this truth, because I would not want to date any of these motherfuckers out here in this world today, because they're bad. I've seen how these oh man, it's bad. There's not going to be any marriages, all right, at all, other than and I mean marriages is in the state of a real relationship. Okay, you're not going to see any of those happen in this day and age, in this society with these younger generations. All right, you might find two older people, in their 30s or 40s on up, that will get together, and they'll be able to have a courtship like that, and be able to have a lasting relationship like that. And really, it's only going to happen through Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because when you have those shared values, and I don't remember if it was Apostle Ramallah or Apostle Gabar that recently said it, but one of them recently said, that's really the formulation and foundation of a relationship that will last is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and being in this truth, because you're going to have a shared value point. All right, you're going to have a shared principles and shared base ground, right? And you're going to understand those things, all right? And that's how you get a long-lasting relationship. And these kids these days, they don't have any of that. All right, and on top of that, they got these dating apps. You know, you can just keep on looking. You know, like you're browsing Amazon. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I think another brother said that recently as well, or apostle or elder. Somebody said that recently. But yeah, man. So these kids, they're gonna have no. They're not gonna have no lasting relationship, man. And a lot of them are simps. All right, a lot of them are simps. They think love is the puppy dog phase. All right, they think because you have an infatuation for a woman, that's love. All right, they think because you have an infatuation for a man, that's love. All right, you know, it's not love. You just like the way her titties look and you like the way his muscles look. That ain't love, and you're gonna be gone in 2 weeks once you get a ping on Tinder and it says, you know, you've been swiped right on, or whatever the fuck it says. I don't know. I've never used the shit. And then you're gonna say, oh, I like him better. I like his muscles better. I like her titties better. And then guess what? You're gonna separate, go your own ways, and you're gonna have that for a little bit, and then you're gonna have another one for a little bit. And that's how it is these days, man. Just window shopping, constant window shopping, man. And hey, man, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is, right? So let's look at some more comments. This person said insecurities level 1000. It says, honestly, if she gets jealous about him watching movies with attractive women in them, she needs therapy. This person said, yeah, GTA is the least disturbing part of this post. This person said, also because of religion. These Christians, they've lost their mind too. It says, the very rare Hollywood production with attractive people in it. Like, seriously, what movies did he watch lately that don't have attracted women? And this person said conservative values, and they try to make it like a conservative or like a religious or like a political thing. All right, and they try to make it into that, but it's not even that, man. It's not even that. This person says, LOL, this can't be real. All right, I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. This person says, I dated a woman exactly like this. Exactly like this. She ruined Christmas once and Christmas is a wicked holiday, but listen here, it says she ruined Christmas once because I was having a good time catching up with my female cousin. Locked herself in the bathroom, convinced I was trying to fuck my cousin. I believe this is 1000% real and pretty mild. This person said, man, who needs that kind of drama in their life? This person said, the llama. I read about him on a coffee mug. A mug? I don't know what this is talking about. Maybe some type of obscure pop culture reference. But it says, you fucked up by marrying a woman with pathological jealousy issues. She is the problem, not you. If she can't get over something as minuscule and stupid as that, then your marriage is over. And it's her fault. This person said, scrolled way too far for this. It says, second this, major red flag, sounds like my ex, and she turned out to have severe borderline and ended up in the lockdown part of the mental hospital. There you go. Hyper conservative value, but yeah, man, it's a... Yeah, man, you don't want to be with this. Another guy, and another people stay with them because they're good in bed. There was another post I saw on here. It was a little vulgar, so I didn't include it, but I'll say it. This guy was saying he basically had he knew somebody that was with a woman that was like this, I guess, and would hit him, and they would refer to her as the monster. But he stayed with her because apparently she was good in bed, and she would take it in the ass. Ain't that some simplicity? You're gonna put up with that for that, and you're not even supposed to be doing it in the rear, man. You're not even supposed to be doing that. But lo behold, they're doing it. What shows you men are the problem, because she knows men are gonna stay around because she's wicked in the bed, wicked man out mad in the bed, all wicked. Fucking Shabba Ranks. All right, because I'm wicked in the bed, oh wicked man and mad in the bed. I am man. You're gonna stay with some woman, and there's that song by Buck Cherry. Yeah, you're a crazy bitch, but you fuck so good, I'm on top of it. Yeah, you know. So hey, they have all these songs about staying with a crazy woman because they're good in bed. Don't do that to yourselves. That's simplicity. That's stupid, and you're dumb. You're dumb. I said it. You're dumb. That's dumb. You're stupid. You're stupid, man. Yeah, I like this food, but every time I eat it, you know, one of my eyes swells up, and I get the most terrible pain. Don't eat it then. You know. Well, I love this woman. I don't love her, but she's really good at bit. No, just fucking leave, man. Just leave. You know, she gives super good, you know, sloppy toppy, but then she whacks me over the head with a baseball bat. Just fucking leave, dude. Leave. Don't subject yourself to some shit like that. Why would you do it? Why would you do it? First address 4 and 26. I don't understand these people anymore. I can't even. Once you're in this truth, man, you can't. And it's already one thing once you've gotten older. All right, you can't, you know, understand this younger generation. But also, once you're in this truth, you really can't understand people of the world. I don't know why the fuck you would want to be in that situation. And I was in situations back like that on a lesser level. I don't know what the fuck I was in that situation. All right, probably just I just just wanted to make sure box was obtainable. Didn't want to go on a pursuit of pussy again. Probably something. I was a simple ass person, so probably what it was. Yeah, she's probably she's like this, but I mean, hey, at least I don't got to go get it from anywhere else. It's familiar. Yeah. First Edge is 4:26. Yea, many there be that have run out their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. All right, and you hear all these songs. I put the pussy on the pedestal. All these different fucking songs, man. And it's ridiculous, man. And a lot of men have become servants for women. I tell you what, you men out there, hey, heed this call. You look embarrassing, man. Out in the supermarkets, you look embarrassing. You do look embarrassing. Being yelled at by your wife, you look embarrassing. It's embarrassing. All right, being yelled at by your wife, saying you can't get that. No, was she your goddamn mommy? You can't get that. What the fuck do you mean you can't get that? You can't have it. You can't have it. No, nuh-uh, no. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. It's embarrassing, man. And you have the man and his head's down. You see his head's down. He's walking with a woman, this big, burly, masculine-looking woman, walking through the supermarket, and his head's down. Like, okay, all right, get over here. Get over it. Okay, all right, okay. It's embarrassing, man. You should be embarrassed. Be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed. It's embarrassing. It's an embarrassing thing. You should be embarrassed. I would never, man. I'd do my shopping on what's that site? That shop site, whatever you do it. Shopper, whatever the fuck. I don't know the name of it. You can buy your groceries on it. Not Grubhub. It's like one of those, but they'll order your groceries for you. I can't remember the name of it. All right. But I'm not gonna go look it up because it's not important. One of those sites. That's where I would be getting my groceries if I had a woman like that. First of all, I'd leave. That's my first thing. I'd leave. But if I didn't leave, I'd do my grocery shopping online. I wouldn't be seen in public with that. That'd be embarrassing. All right. If I'm gonna be a bitch enough to let myself go through that, I'm not gonna let anybody see me in public like that. All right. I'm already at a low point. All right. So I'm not gonna. Okay, honey. Okay. You man. Put on this dress. Okay, honey. Okay. A lot of you men will fucking do it. Okay. I'm gonna leave you if you don't do it. You put on that dress. Fucking feminine ass men, man. Really, another word I want to call you that starts with F and ends with agate. Okay. So Ecclesiastes 26:6 says, "But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and a scourge of the tongue which communicateth with all." And man, it's grief of heart and sorrow is for you women. You're only causing distress for yourself being jealous over another woman. All right? You're just literally causing grief and sorrow for yourself. All right? So you're not hurting anybody. Well, I mean, you are hurting everybody around you, but you're mostly hurting yourself because, oh, she's better than me. She's better. And yeah, she is better than you, as a matter of fact. Yes, she is. Yep, absolutely. Because if you're acting like that, yes, that woman probably doesn't do that. Yes, she's better than you. All right? Yes, that man doesn't have to, wake up in the middle of the night with huffing and puffing and getting. Yeah, that's the other thing. That woman that was crazy that I was telling you about, that I heard a story about, and they called her the monster. All right? They said that the guy would beat the shit. The girl would beat the shit out of him when she would have a dream that he was cheating, and that's because a person made a comment that says, "Wait until she has a dream about him cheating," and the guy says that's how the story came. The guy was saying about this woman they called the monster, the one that was crazy in bed, would take it in the butt, right, and all that nasty shit. He stayed with her. Why? Because she could take it. She would take it in the butt. She would do anything, right? She does anything. Right? He stayed with her because of that, but he got punched up on because he cheated in a dream. What the fuck? First of all, it's not cheating. All right, a man can have multiple women. And second of all, it was a dream, bitch. It was a dream. It's not like he really did it. Anyway, this is Ecclesiastes 25:16, and we're gonna go ahead and close out. Ecclesiastes 25 and verse 16. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. We have another one. And they're kind of in the same flavor. This is Proverbs 2:9. It says, "It is better to dwell in a corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house." It's better to dwell in the corner of a housetop in a fucking attic, man, in a tiny little point, than to have a mansion and to have one brawling ass bitch in it, walking around trying to start fights and hit and no. No. I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon. All right, Ecclesiasticus 25 and 16. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. A lion and a dragon, man. A lion and a dragon. You know how bad a situation has to be where you'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon in the house that you don't know if they're going to tear your ass up or light your ass on fire at any given moment than to be in one house with a wicked woman? You know how bad that's got to be? Hey, man. Here's another one. I'll close out with this one. It's oh yeah, it was just right below it. It says the wickedness, this is verse 17, Ecclesiasticus 25 and 17, the wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. And you can tell with a wicked woman, they have this just fucking evil look, man. It just changes her face. They have this like, you know, this like I'm a brute bitch look. All right, you can just see it. They have this eye thing. It's in their eyes, you know, it's just like the hottest a woman can be seen in her eyelids, roughly paraphrasing. It's like that. You can just see it in her face and like her cheekbones. It just changes her, man. It just changes her and it darkens her countenance. You walk by and like, ugh. I don't like the energy that's coming out this bitch. All right, verse 18, her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. Yo, Tyrell, I heard you, you motherfucker, you over here. Blah, blah, blah. All right, guys, I gotta go. All right, she's doing her thing again. You know how it is. Yeah. I'll see you guys next week, man. You know, she's on her thing again. You know, ain't nobody want that. These women are mentally ill and they're losing their damn minds, man. And hey, don't subject yourself to something like that, you men. Don't you subject yourself to something like that. Why would you do it? Why would you do it? You're not gaining anything from it. Don't do it. All right. And that's all I have to say. That's been the lesson. All right. Lord, well, it was edifying. With that, we're going to go ahead and close out. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakbadash. I want to say shalom to your brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Till next one, Lord willing. Shalom.